Began with a man who led the San Francisco Police Department through one of the most tumultuous times in the city's history. Now Chief Bill Scott is moving on. Our Lauren Toms is live with how community members and city leaders are feeling about Scott's time as chief and what comes next. Lauren.
Yeah, Ryan, Police Chief Bill Scott led the department through COVID and anti-police protests. He also oversaw more progressive police reforms that some credit with an uptick in crime across the city. But today he's leaving at a time when crime is declining across San Francisco. But some still tell me there's more work to be done.
Because when I told her I wanted to live in San Francisco, we didn't know anything about this town except for I wanted to be here. Because it is that kind of city.
After 8 years leading SFPD, Police Chief Bill Scott on Wednesday announced he's stepping down with an emotional reflection on his time as chief.
Thought I'd get through this without tearing up, but it happens.
He served across 4 mayors: Ed Lee, interim mayor Mark Farrell, London Breed, and current mayor Daniel Lurie. His tenure overlapped with Justice Department oversight of the SFPD, which followed high-profile shootings, including the death of Mario Woods in 2015. Police reform advocate Brian Hoffer says it's that pressure that spurred change.
Where I give Chief Scott failing marks is for his opposition to civilian oversight and holding people accountable. I think he was pretty strong at the very beginning of his career. And then when the POA flexed on him with at least the threat of a no confidence vote, he really changed.
Scott was at the department's helm through COVID and anti-police protests following the killing of George Floyd. There were severe staffing shortages at SFPD, then progressive policing attempts that some credit with the city's sharp increase in crime. Supervisor Matt Dorsey, who worked in the department before entering City Hall, says Scott's efforts to reform should continue through the next leader.
When the murder of George Floyd happened, at a time when there were 18,000 police departments looking around about, who do we follow for the leader in police reform, there was only one city that had done it, and it was San Francisco, and it was under Bill Scott's leadership.
Property crime in San Francisco hit a peak under Scott's tenure, with more than 46,000 incidences in 2017 as car break-ins grabbed national headlines. But by 2023, the city had called in for backup and tapped into federal resources. Voters also approved new laws allowing more police technology and expanding how officers can pursue criminals. The result, a sharp decrease in crime over the last year, to lows the city hasn't seen in decades. But not all feel that drop.
I really don't know if it's gotten better, to be honest, in the last year. I would like to think it has, but I mean, when I work over, on Polk Street, and it seems to be same old stuff as it goes. I mean, nothing seems to be changing that much.
Public Safety Czar Paul Yep will be filling Scott's shoes for now. He says he will not be a permanent candidate for replacement, but hopes to keep the city's safety momentum going until they do find the next chief.
We will lead with purpose, discipline, and a deep respect for the people we serve.
And for Scott, he reflects on his time in San Francisco with gratitude.
And any effective police department has to work effectively with community. And to do that, we have to earn trust, but we have to truly be partners. And in that city, this exists, and that's why I know we're going to be okay.
Now, interim Chief Paul Yep does have more than 20 years of experience inside SFPD, and right now he has a somewhat unique role inside City Hall, overseeing all of the city's public safety resources, including PD and fire. But again, he is not under consideration to fill Chief Scott's role permanently, but I am told the mayor's office and the police commission have already begun their search in determining who will be the next permanent police chief. Ryan?
All right, Lauren Toms with a big change happening at San Francisco City Hall. Well, just about 2 hours ago, Scott did appear at a press conference. This was in Los Angeles, where he was named the first ever police chief of the LA Metro system. Scott was an officer in the Los Angeles PD for 27 years.